Hey, what's going on, guys? Tom here, the consultant. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a while, it's been a minute since I've last updated a video, but we're here now. So I have got some things that I want to show you guys, something I've been working on for quite a while. I have a suite of tools called 777 Suite. If you've followed me on Twitter for any amount of time, you've probably heard me drop that name a little bit and over the past few months. But nonetheless, we are here. I launched this officially back here on Friday. It's kind of a soft launch, if you will. All right, trying to get through a cough here, so I will try and mute as much as I can. The official launch of it was this past Friday, November 1st, 2024. Yeah, suite of tools. We're going to start off with the Roulette Depth Tracker. Excuse me. Basically, you're gonna there's two websites. I mean, the primary website is 777suite.com. Let's come up here in a minute. It's been a minute since I've been on it. Basically, here this is just more of a site for information. But you can go to TSS memberships to sign up and get your login information to get access to TSS. There's going to be more. There's going to be more coming. This page isn't here yet. I've still got some other tools that I'm putting together, and then you're going to see more of this. Excuse me, guys. But once you get your login stuff and you get everything set up, you'll be able to come in here into the lobby and head on over to the Roulette Depth Tracker. Now, I do have a couple other tools here. I got some others that will be coming here shortly in the coming weeks. These two are somewhat on my next list. Area tracker and missing number. We'll get to that in another video. Roulette strategies. These are right now. These are being added daily. Probably about one or two a day is probably what you're going to see. That's going to be ramping up pretty easily, pretty fast, depending on the complexity of them. What you can expect to see in here is kind of the rundown of each strategy, kind of, you know, what the objective is, the bet type, how to set it up, and, you know, kind of what you can expect. And then I've kind of got some notes down here, kind of on our take on it and what you should be looking for. Each progression, the bet, and then kind of what you should be doing. And then underneath here, you'll have the layout and kind of what you should expect to see progression-wise. There's a couple of changes that's going to happen down here. These need to be made bigger, but don't worry about that. We'll get to that. I think there's always some things that need to be kind of tweaked a little bit. That's one of them. So you'll see that fixed here shortly. But let's get back to the Roulette Depth Tracker. All right, so the Roulette Depth Tracker, we've got four sections. We'll get to the fourth. The first one is going to be the depth settings. Now, the depth settings, this is something that you'll have to put in yourself. I'm going to give you guys the settings that I recommend. This basically gives you a starting point of when you should start betting based on depth, right? So for dozens, I use 5. Sections, I use 3. Even and odd, I use 3. Black and red, I use 3. And columns, I use 5. I use a base bet unit of 1. Now there's some different ways you can kind of look at this. You can view this as um, one one being a 1 unit, or you can view it as being $1 or $2 or $3, right? So you can change those 3, 5. I normally keep it up at 1, and that tells me how many units that I should be betting on. So you'll kind of see here as we kind of go in, kind of as we progress through here. I'm going to show you guys how this works live. Below this, the bet unit size, we've got the betting strategy. We've got flat bet, martingale, and Fibonacci. I am looking to possibly add D'Alembert. I haven't messed around with it yet. It's on my list of things. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see how exactly that would play out. It's a little bit more complicated than these, but nonetheless, you can choose. A lot of people like Fibonacci and martingale. The difference between these two is Fibonacci gives you about, I would say about 2 or 3 spins or turns before it really starts to ramp up. I mean, martingale, which I'll show you an example of how you can get into trouble with martingale. Martingale ramps up really fast. You're basically multiplying your bets by 2 each and every single time. So as you can tell, even starting at 1, again, it ramps up very fast. So you can get into the thousands very fast within, I think, about 11 spins, 11 misses, and it can happen. I think the highest I've seen on a live table with a manual spin, so that's with the person that's with the person actually picking up the ball and spinning it. I've seen 23. It was a dozens. I don't remember which one, but there was a dozens that literally missed 23 times in a row. I feel bad for anyone who was betting against that. I was not, luckily, but I did see it, and that would just that would be that would hurt. So onto the depth tracking table. This is the middle section here. We have depth. We have the bet number and the bet amount. We see so these are going to be all of the betting areas. First dozen, second dozen, basically all of the outside bets. Okay. And then we've got the corresponding payouts for each of the betting sections. Basically, all of these pay 1-to-1 except for dozens and column bets. And actually, I see that I have these backwards. These actually pay 2-to-1, not 1-to-2. So you get paid out 2-to-1, 2-to-1 of your bets. So that's one thing that needs to be adjusted. Next thing here is something that's really important. I encourage everybody to use this. This is a timer. Some betting strategies will tell you to play until you meet a certain payout or you lose all your money. In my opinion, yes, stick to that by all means, but what I would encourage you to do is also set up a timer. You don't have to use this timer. You can use a timer on your phone, you can use a timer on your PC, or whatever you want. But this is here for you to use just in case it's more convenient. Sorry, the cough is brutal right now. I wanted to make this video yesterday and I just couldn't get through it. So the timer is here for you guys if you want to use it at your convenience. So we'll go ahead and pause that, reset it. I have number history reset. just in case you need to reset. Now this reset button only resets the table, does not reset this. Okay, so when you get this, when you input all of this information, you do have to press save, and then OK. So moving down here to the bottom is the actual roulette table. Here we have all of the numbers. You can press all of these numbers. You can press 0. And we're actually going to demonstrate some of this right now. Make this window a little bit bigger. Okay. We're just going to test this in live. I'm going to show you guys how this board works. So we're going to go into, so the casino that I like to use is Soul Casino. This is a decentralized non-KYC casino that has access to slot machines, games on evolution and pragmatic play. And we are going to go to Mega. Excuse me. Ironically, my cough is not as bad as it was yesterday. I couldn't even make it like 3 minutes without literally just coughing my brains out. Alright. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to look at the numbers here. You can start back as far as you want. You can start at 0. Anywhere. I actually start with at least 5. So we're going to click in here, make sure the volume is muted. So we're going to start at 32, 22. So 32, 22. Over here, 32, 22, 20, 22. 0 and 23. 0 and 23. Alright, so one thing here is the betting thresholds that you input is when the bet starts. So at a depth of 5, this bet would be 1. So very much like third dozen here, bet depth is 5 because we have it set to 5. So our bet is 1 and we bet 1 unit. Alright. So 23, we're going to wait for the ball to stop here. So 33. So we're going to click 33. That was third dozen. 33 is in the third dozens here. And it resets. So if you're tracking first dozen here, then you'd be betting 3 units of $1. So if this represents $1, if one unit represents $1 for you, then you would obviously be at $3. The reason why I did it that way is because the table minimum for every casino, doesn't matter where you go, it's going to be a little bit different. You know, here on online casinos, I think depending on the table and who's behind the table, meaning like who the creator is or who's running it, pragmatic play, it looks like 10 cents. Evolution is typically 50 cents. And then there's some electronic roulette tables by like BG Gaming and some other makers that they have like $1 minimum or like $2 or $3 minimums. So I mean, you just got to be mindful of that. You know, when you're using the depth tracker. So it's 33 and then 19. So we're just gonna kind of play around here with this a little bit. So we're at 15. All right. So again, I mean, this is kind of something you want to take a look at. You know, with a depth of 9, so you would be at 5 units. You know, at 50 cents. You know, 5 units. You know, you're at what, $2.50. Kind of sitting here waiting for that first dozen to hit. And then I'll show you one of the worst case scenarios And why you want to set your depth. Yes, that's another third dozen. So the reason why you want to set your depth to a certain level. What was it again? 29. You know, a certain level that you're comfortable getting in. Because you can have, and I'll show you here. So this was on this game before I started recording. So if you were betting on black starting at this 0, this is 13 numbers here. This is a depth of 13 on black before it hits again. When I did the calculation, if you were betting on black, it's 22. If you were betting on black and martingaling, if you were martingaling this, betting on black, this bet $1 units would cost you over $4,000. And that's just starting. That's just starting from this point. That's not including the 0. If you started betting on the 0, and your bet, like you started going, you know, on and on and on and on, I'd be somewhere around $8,000 that this bet would cost you before it hit. It's crazy. That's not including the money that you would lose getting up to that point. So, I mean, you're probably talking about a bankroll of, I don't know, I would probably say about $25,000, which is pretty insane. And like I said earlier, I've seen live tables. Like, this isn't even, like, he's not even, is he spinning the ball? I don't think, yes, okay, so he does spin the ball on this. So I thought this was more of like an air table, or like, what do they call it, like an airsoft table? So yeah, there's a couple different versions of the roulette tables. There's like auto roulette, I think, where nobody touches the ball, so it's air that pushes it up to the corner, and then air that actually spins it again. Yeah, there's these where you know, it's a manual spin. I think a lot of people prefer the manual spin because oddly enough, I think the host that spins it, it said they have a signature spin, and they're told to spin it the same way every single time in the same section. So you've got people that will actually look. So like he started back here. And they will look for consistency in those spins. Sorry, I kind of got on a little bit of a tangent there, but nonetheless, you do get into these awkward depth points that can truly cost you a lot of money if if you're not careful. Now, using the depth settings that I have of, you know, depth setting of 5 here, that would have cost, what was that, 20, hold on, so it was 22, 25, 31, 31, and then 8. So yeah, I mean, look at this. So this one's 13. So with my current depth settings, so this is 13 red, you would be betting with 9 units of, you know, 5, you know, at 50, even at, you know, that bet would cost you $9 up to that point. So yeah, it's just it's crazy how, well, actually this is flat betting. Jeez, I didn't even do martingale. So I didn't realize. I thought I was doing Fibonacci. We can go through this again. I'll show you guys how this works with Fibonacci. So just in case you guys are wondering, so we'll just kind of throw out some numbers here, and then I'll just hit some zeros. So you got 3, and then you can kind of see them increments. So, you know, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. Where does it go to? 8, 13, 21. You know, 34, 55, so on and so forth. So You know, even with a martingale, you know, a depth of 13. Let's go. You know, depth of 13, 256. So, I mean, still, this is going to. This is just the current bet. That's just leading. That's just adding to the loss that you have to be able to hold, right? I mean, look at this. Depth of 13. You know, even an odd, and we started at a depth of 3. This would still cost you over $1,000. So, yeah, I mean, you got to be careful with this. This tool is not. This tool is here to aid you, not. It's not a 100% win. You know, even though the house will always have, you know, an edge of what is it, like 2 or 3% at any given time. The casinos know this. I mean, they know, you know, that 2 or 3% is in their favor, and you know they don't care because they know they're going to get a lot of their money back eventually. So, you know, a lot of people may look at that and be like, it's only 3%. We've got 97% chance to win. Yes and no. I'm not a mathematician, but I know that number looks big on the outside, but it's very, it's not, straight up, you don't really have a whole lot of advantage. So that's why tools like these are made. These tools are made to help aid people like us who like to come on here and have a good time and, you know, make some money, a little bit of money. So this tool can be used anywhere. It's you know, it's just a website. So this will work on any on any non-American roulette table. I did not make one for American roulette, mainly because American roulette is not all that popular. The house edge is a lot higher, so we're sticking to European tables. So there's that. There are some updates that are going to be kind of coming to everything here. And so, yeah, there's quite a bit that I have in a pipeline for 777 Suite. I'm not going to spill all the beans. You guys will just have to sign up for the newsletter. You can do that by coming here to 777 Suite, hitting the sign up, and there. Oh, come on now. Oh, wait, I disabled that. Oh, well. All right. I'll fix that. I'll fix it. So, yeah, you guys will be able to see that and get the newsletters. I'll fix that here in a little bit. So, get the newsletters. You can go over to the Facebook page. I've got a Facebook page over here. Where is it? Right here. Facebook page, 777 Suite. Look me up. Follow. I've been posting here every day since Friday. And you can also come on over to Twitter, or well, I guess X now, right? Follow me on X, the consultant, or 0x the consultant. Look me up, the consultant 45. Post all the time. So you're gonna find most of the updates either here on X or Facebook. So, other than that, yeah, I hope you guys like it. Hope to see you guys. You know, hope to see you guys around, and stay tuned for some updates. There's gonna be a lot coming over, you know, the next couple weeks. Trying to keep this active. I will have a Discord coming in the near future. I just really haven't got around to getting it up and going. I do have a link for it. It's just I haven't got into setting all the permissions and diving down that rabbit hole yet. So other than that, guys, that's all I got for you. I'll try and keep these videos a little bit more active. Hopefully the development of all of these and the tools will kind of help with that. Yeah, other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Like, subscribe, do your thing if you want, if you wish. If you want to support the channel, that'd be great. Other than that, I will see you guys in the next one. Later.